Hello guys, welcome back to this channel. Thank you for stopping by again. Today I'll show you how to make 5 different kinds of sleeves. So let's get started. Alright guys, so here is the sleeve pattern and I'll be using this in order to cut out those sleeves. Alright guys, so here are the sleeves that I've already cut out using the pattern, and we are going to modify these sleeves to 5 different kinds of sleeves designs. Guys, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please go ahead and do that and smash on the notification bell so that you get to see more of my videos. And at any point in this video, if you find it helpful, please give it a thumbs up. It helps our videos and it encourages us to do more. Alright guys, so starting with the first sleeve, what I did first was to fold the hem by ½ inch. As you can see here, I ironed it and folded it. Then I refolded it again by 3 inches. Okay, the first thing I did was to fold it by ½ inch at the hem, at the lower part there. Then I refolded again like so, as you can see here, by 3 inches. And the next thing to do is to sew the folded parts. Right here, I've already sewn the folded part, and the next thing we're going to do is to create a casing for the elastics. So right here, I just measured the elastic band and it is 1 inch. So what I will do is to measure 1 inch right from that part that we sew, and I'm going to sew 1 inch all the way down like this. I will advise that you mark that 1 inch with a chalk so that it will serve as a guide while you're sewing.
You can put 100 grand on it. Anything I said, I'll stamp on it in a private place.
So this is it after sewing, and this is going to serve as the casing for this band that you're seeing here. So the next thing I'm just going to do is to use this band to measure my wrists, and whatever I have there, I'll just cut it, and we're going to put that elastic band inside the casing. And right here, I'm inserting the elastic inside the casing of this sleeve. Alright guys, so this is it after inserting the band. I used a pin to hold both sides of the band so that it doesn't fall back in. And the next thing we're going to do right here is to take to the sewing machine again and secure those sides, the both side of the elastic. We're going to sew on it so that it's secured. And I'll do the same to the other side here. And guys, at this point, the next thing to do is to join the sides together. So we're going to place it together, right side facing right side, and we're going to sew it close. And guys, here I've already sewn the side together, so I'm just turning it inside out, and this is what the sleeve is looking like. Alright guys, moving on to the second sleeve. The first thing I did here was to hem in the bottom of the sleeve, as you can see right here. Please use a matching thread. Don't be like me here, okay? I just did that for the sake of this project. And the next thing I did was to measure 2.5 right from the bottom, like so. So that is 2.5. And the next line you're seeing is also 2.5 right from the first line, as you can see. So that is 2.5 inches, okay, and I just went ahead to draw that straight line. And the next thing we're going to do is also from the edge of the fabrics, we are going to measure 2 inches, and we are going to repeat it again. Then we are going to do it all the way down the sleeve. In order to get an accurate marking, please fold the sleeve into two and start marking from the folded parts at the center. And next, we are going to pick the first marking, and we are going to sew 1/2 inch on that fold using the line we marked as a guide.
Trust my neighbors as that day comes, as I go. God, watch over me, oh Lord. I cannot trust my neighbors.
Alright guys, so this is it after sewing in 1/2 inch on those lines we marked, and this is what it looks like on the front side of the fabrics. So you can just go ahead and give it a good press, but right now what I would just do is just to join the sides together. And after joining the side, I will just turn it inside out, and this is what the sleeve is looking like. Make sure to give it a good press. Alright guys, so let's get started on the third sleeve. So here is the main body of the sleeve, and next we are going to need a long stripe of fabrics. And guys, this stripe is about 48 inches long, and the next thing we are going to need for this sleeve is to cut another stripe, and the length of this stripe is about 11 inches. Okay, you can cut about 12 inches. It all depends on the length of the sleeve you're working on anyway, but 11 inches is okay for this project. Okay, so the width of this stripe actually is 3 inches. Okay, so it is, this stripe is 11 inches by 3 inches. So the next thing we are going to do is to fold all the side. As you can see here, I've already gone ahead to use the iron to actually fold it in on all sides. So let's get started with the sewing of the sleeve. So here's the center of the sleeve, and what I will do right here is to measure 6 inches right from the cap height of the sleeve, and I'll mark that point, that 6-inch point, and I'll just go ahead and fold this stripe that we've worked on. I'll fold it into two like so, and I'll place the midpoint on that place that I marked. Then I'll tack it using a pin. Also, I'll just take it to the sewing machine to secure it. I'll just tack it using the sewing machine. And here guys, the next thing I did was to pick the other piece, and I'm just going to place it on top of it like this, and I'll use a pin to secure it. Okay, I'll do the same to the other side here, to the bottom side here. I'll hold it and secure it with a pin. Then the next thing I will do is to take it to the sewing machine and sew straight on the center. And the next thing I will do is to place the stripe, the rope, I'll place it inside the piece, and I'll just sew it all the way down. And also I will repeat the same process to the other side. And after doing all that, this is what you should have. So I'll just go ahead and just secure this rope by tying a knot at the end. And I'm just going to go ahead and fold in the bottom part of this sleeve. I'm going to make sure that I have about ½ inch, because there's going to be an elastic inside this ½ inch. Okay, so I'll make sure that there is space for the elastic to pass through. And after creating casing for the elastic, I'm just going to place the elastic on my wrist, and I'm just going to measure the circumference. And the next thing we're going to do is just to insert the elastic, and that is what I've done here. And here at this point, guys, I've already sewn the top part, the sides, and I've already inserted the elastic also. So what this rope is for is to make ruches. Okay, so you can just pull it in and it will create a kind of pleat or ruche along the sleeve. And after creating ruches to your taste, you can just go ahead and tie a knot along the bottom part to secure the ruches. But right now what I would do is to join the sides together. Alright guys, so this is what the sleeve is looking like right now. So guys, here is our fourth sleeve, and what I'm gonna do is open it up, and I'm going to fold it with 1/4 inch, and I'm going to stitch it all the way down. Alright guys, so here I've already stitched the bottom of the sleeve, and the next thing I'm going to do is to measure 4 inches right from that bottom upward. So here guys, I'm just measuring 4 inches all the way from the bottom of the sleeve, and I'll just use the ruler to connect the dot on a straight line. And the next thing to do guys is to place your tape rule on that line and mark 1 inch upward. Then you do it again. Then I'm going to use the ruler to connect it. So I'll just repeat the process again. The first thing I did was to mark 4 inch right from the bottom part. Then from the 4 inch I marked 1 inch upward twice. Then I'm just going to do the same thing right to the other side of the sleeve. And the next thing guys to do is to get your smoking thread, this elastic thread, and we are going to reel it inside our bobbin, and I've already gone ahead to do that. I'm using the black color for it. Here I just removed the normal thread that we have in the bobbin, and I'm just going to replace it with the elastic bobbin. Then I will return it back to the machine. And so guys, the next thing to do is to start stitching along the lines that we marked. And after stitching it, this is what we are going to have. And please guys, use a matching thread for your own project. I used another color here just for the sake of this video. So guys, I'm just connecting the side of the sleeve, and in our bobbin I already have a normal thread reeled in, not the elastic thread. So guys, here's the end result of the sleeve, and it's looking so chic and beautiful. Okay guys, so here's the fifth sleeve, and I've already gone ahead to fold the hem of the sleeve, and right from that folded part I started marking half an inch, and I continue to mark half an inch, draw a straight line until I have about 7 lines. And I repeated the same process to the other side of the sleeve, as you can see right here. And yet again, we are going to be making use of our elastic thread, and I've already reeled it in the reeler and inserted it in the bobbin, so I will just insert it into the sewing machine. And here guys, I'm going to be running a straight stitch on those lines we marked. Alright guys, so here is what our sleeve is looking like at this moment, and you can see the smoking effects at the bottom part of the sleeve. And the next thing I'm going to do is to replace the reeler with a normal thread, and I'm going to align the side of this sleeve together, and I'm just going to go ahead and connect it or stitch it together on the sewing machine. And right about now, this is what the sleeve is looking like. And guys, I would love to add that these sleeves are highly functional, because you can add them to tops, to blouses and dresses also. Alright guys, so this will be the end of the video today. If you find it helpful, do give it a thumbs up so that other people can actually find it too, and click on the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I post new videos on this channel. Thank you.